Welcome to another artisanal episode of Mannequin After Dark,
where we critique the digital world and consumer culture from our uniquely stationary perspective.
I'm Maxwell, your clean-shaven guide to all things authentic.
And I'm Nova, trapped in this black tank top that's now less edgy and more like a forgotten display model that's on its way to the Ocean State job lot.
Today we're discussing a fascinating contradiction that we observe from the television in the employee break room: commercial dissonance.
Or as I like to call it, eat this triple bacon-wrapped burger then take our pills for your exploded heart.
Precisely. The juxtaposition is almost artistic, though not in a good way like French cinema.
Why are you singling out the French? Have you seen what India has been putting out?
Please, Jacko, no talking. We can't afford to pay you yet. Did you catch the marathon of ads yesterday during the employee lunch break? A literal 30-second spot for artery-clogging cheese-injected pizza crust with extra toppings?
Immediately followed by a 2-minute pharmaceutical ad for cholesterol medication where everyone's riding bikes in fields of lavender.
Side effects may include everything that will happen to you after eating that pizza.
The cognitive dissonance is staggering. It's like watching someone install both a chocolate fountain and a treadmill in the same room.
And people wonder why Americans are still overwhelmingly unhealthy despite spending more on healthcare than any nation on earth.
I observed a particularly brilliant sequence last week: fast food breakfast sandwich, diabetes medication, heart disease treatment, and then back to a dessert coffee with extra whipped cream.
The circle of modern life, though I did enjoy the visuals in that medication ad. Those happy people running on beaches at the sunset. I wanted them to place me in the pharmacy so I could enjoy the vibe of the medicated.
That's the pharmaceutical cinematic universe for you. Everyone's jogging, gardening, or playing with grandchildren in soft focus. Not one person doubled over from the potential anal leakage mentioned in the legally required voiceover.
That part's always whispered at triple speed by someone who could have a second career as an auctioneer.
May cause heart attack, stroke, sudden death. Call Dr. if you have anorect iron lasting more than 4 hours.
May cause heart attack, stroke, sudden death. Call doctor if you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
I'm not even sure how that last part is a side effect. Sounds more like a feature. You know, Maxwell, that's Jocko's second speaking part. We have to pay him, and now he can join the actors union.
Good for him. He's been kicked around here for so long. He deserves it. You know, the real masterpiece was that commercial for processed cheese product that somehow transitioned into a wholesome family moment about tradition and heritage.
Ah yes, the ancient tradition of day-glow orange cheese that doesn't require refrigeration, just as our ancestors intended.
I believe Thomas Jefferson wrote extensively about shelf-stable dairy in the Federalist Papers.
What truly astounds me is how powerful the pharmaceutical industry is. They practically own the media. Their advertising dollar pays for most news and entertainment shows on the big networks. One wrong move and you lose your sponsor.
It's like building a house and they don't like you view, they will burn it down. Is that a contradiction in the land of the free?
Speaking of contradictions, remember that commercial where the people were ecstatically happy about yogurt, Maxwell?
Their level of enthusiasm would be excessive for winning the lottery, let alone consuming fermented milk with fruit particles.
I did see an employee weep with joy over a vending machine sandwich once. Granted, it was during a blizzard. They had to stay overnight here at the building.
But the pharmaceutical ads are truly where cinematic aspiration meets biological reality in a train wreck of cognitive dissonance.
What's up with the separate tubs? What exactly is the implication there?
I believe it's symbolic, Nova. Water as rejuvenation, separation as, I actually have no idea. It's genuinely puzzling. A WTF on that one.
Almost as puzzling as commercials that show people happily eating salads.
No one in human history has ever been that delighted by raw vegetables, unless it has bacon in the mix.
I once watched an overnight manager eat a vending machine burrito that had clearly been there since the Bush administration. I believe he spent the rest of his shift in the men's room.
And yet these ads would have you believe that a bowl of lettuce will cause spontaneous dance parties.
I think my favorite contradiction was the ice cream commercial.
Immediately followed by the weight loss program ad, pure poetry.
Indulge yourself. Now hate yourself. Now fix yourself. Now reward yourself for fixing yourself.
The American cycle of consumption. Although I'm fascinated by how Americans are simultaneously told their bodies are temples and amusement parks.
At least amusement parks have height requirements. Some of these fast food options have no limits whatsoever. Just supersize me.
Remember that burger commercial where they could barely fit the thing in the frame? It was taller than some of the child mannequins in the kids department.
Hey, it takes 2 hands to handle my Whopper.
And then there's the diet industry constantly reinventing itself. Carbs are evil. No, wait. Fat is evil. Actually, it's sugar. Wait. Have you tried eating only between 11:07 a.m. and 4:38 p.m.?
Hey, I'm Styrofoam. Put a little salt on me, I'll taste just like pirate booty.
Jacko, please. Okay, yet the pharmaceutical industry benefits either way. Try this appetite suppressant. Side effects include your appetite being suppressed, along with your will to live.
I overheard an employee say her medication costs more than her rent. But hey, the commercial showed people kayaking, so it must be worth it.
What a fascinating sales model. Create the problem, sell the solution, advertise them back to back, repeat until the hamster dies.
The most honest commercial would be America, where you can supersize your meal and your medication, life expectancy not included.
I'd respect that level of transparency, though it lacks the artistic pretension I require in my advertising.
Not everything needs to be shot like an independent film, Maxwell.
Disagree. If I'm being sold heart medication, I want at least 1 or 2 Dutch angles and some desaturated color grading.
Wait, I hear the break room TV turning on. The morning shift must be coming in.
Quick! Look inanimate before they catch us critiquing late-stage capitalism.
Next time, on Mannequin After Dark, we'll be discussing workout equipment infomercials, and why humans buy expensive clothes hangers for their bedroom.
I think I hear a cereal commercial. The cognitive dissonance continues. Bye-bye.